Building digital products has traditionally been a game of telephone. Product managers write specifications, designers translate those into mockups, and then engineers have to turn those static mockups into functioning code. This sequence creates a drag on development. Teams spend weeks caught in a loop of manual wireframing, nudging elements on a digital canvas, and chasing down fragmented feedback across design software like Figma. It is a strange contradiction. We have artificial intelligence capable of passing the bar exam and writing complex algorithms, yet the standard way to build an interface still requires a human to manually click and drag individual pixels across a screen. On April 17, 2026, Anthropic released a tool built to break this cycle. They call it Claude Design, and it runs on their newest and most capable vision model, Claude Opus 4.7. The efficiency gains are immediate. The product team at Datadog reported that visual iteration cycles that used to take an entire week of back and forth are now completed in a single conversation. This chart illustrates the prompt efficiency reported by the education tech company Brilliant. To recreate their most complex pages, they went from needing over 20 prompts in older tools, straight down to just 2 prompts using Claude Design. The era of starting a project by staring at a blank digital canvas is ending. Creation is shifting from manual assembly to conversational direction. This workflow requires a different starting point. Instead of opening an empty file, the process begins by syncing the AI with the assets your company already owns. During initial onboarding, Claude reads directly through a team's existing codebase and design files. Users can connect their GitHub repositories directly or upload their raw documentation. Looking at this flow diagram, you can see how Claude takes those raw code snippets and automatically outputs a custom design system. It extracts your exact colors, typography, and UI components so that every future project aligns with your established brand. Anthropic built clear privacy boundaries into this ingestion phase. While the structural representations of your design system are stored to maintain consistency, your actual source files are never uploaded or used to train the underlying model. Once the system understands your brand, you can spark a new project using almost anything. You can type out a plain text prompt or upload an existing Excel spreadsheet or PowerPoint deck to use as the foundation. There is also a dedicated web capture tool. Point Claude at a live website and it will isolate and pull functional elements straight off the page to use in a realistic prototype. By feeding the AI your custom design systems and live web elements, Claude Design bypasses the empty canvas. Every new prototype is immediately grounded in your actual working product. Once the starting materials are loaded, the way you actually build the interface shifts. Traditional layout tools and nested menus are replaced by natural language dialogue. If you want to alter a layout, you just ask. You tell the model to make it darker, or instruct it to change the layout to mobile first, and the system redraws the screen based on your words. The resulting outputs are polished. A user can generate a complete mobile interface for a meditation app like this forest rain concept, rendering realistic styling and crisp typography in seconds. When natural language isn't precise enough, the system dynamically generates custom 3D sliders and knobs, giving you direct tactile control over spacing and layout. Adjusting these custom controls applies global changes across the entire design system instantly, updating every related element in unison. If you need even more granular control, you can drop inline comments onto specific elements or edit the text directly on the screen. Visual iteration is no longer a mechanical bottleneck. What used to demand days of precise pixel tweaking is now resolved in a few minutes of dialogue. This speed makes collaboration practical. Multiple people can jump into the same design environment, using view-only links or full edit access with an integrated group chat to refine the project together. When the design is finished, non-technical users have immediate export options. Send assets directly to Canva, save them as PDFs or PowerPoints, or export standalone HTML files. But the most critical technical capability of this platform is the Claude Code handoff. Claude Design takes the visual prototype along with the underlying logic gathered during your conversation and compresses it into a single data bundle. That unified bundle is then passed directly to Claude Code with a single instruction, where it begins writing the actual engineering implementation. This creates a closed loop. The friction of handing a visual idea over to an engineering team and hoping it gets translated correctly is effectively gone. Prototyping no longer requires extensive training in interface software. By removing the need to manually navigate toolbars and layers, a verbal concept can become a functional layout in minutes. For expert designers, this removes the time constraints of manual production. They are free to generate and explore dozens of divergent creative directions without burning through their project hours. For founders, marketers, and product managers, the dynamic changes. They can now spin up pitch decks, marketing collateral, and robust wireframes entirely on their own. The technical distance between a concept and its implementation has narrowed. As the mechanics of the software become automated, the creative process centers on how clearly a team can articulate their vision.